Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1 of May, June 2007. So let's move on to question number 1 here. So here we have part A. Evaluate 3 plus 25 divided by 2. So when you have plus and divide, you have to follow the rule of BOD mass. So this tells you the order of operations. So you first have to do multiplication and then addition. So first do this one. Division first. So 25 divided by 2, that will be 12.5. 12.5 plus 3, that is 15.5. So your answer for part 1 is 15.5. Now express this one as a decimal. So what is 17.5? It's 17.5% is divided by 100. So your answer will be, so you move 2 decimal place, it will be 0.175. That will be your answer for question number 1. Now evaluate the fraction addition. So we have 1 over 4 plus 1 over 7. So the first thing you see is that the base are different. So whenever you have a different base, you have to find the LCM. You can just multiply them by each other. So 4 times 7, and then we cross multiply. So 1 times 7 is 7, plus 4 times 1 is 4. 7 plus 4 is 11 over 28. So your answer will be 11 over 28. Now for part B, here we have a mixed number fraction, and this one is a regular fraction. So we first have to expand this one. So 1 times 8 is 8, plus 7 is 15. So 15 over 8 divided by 3 over 16. So now whenever you see divide, we have to change divide to multiply. So this becomes, the first one remain the same, have to multiply, and we have to flip this one upside down. It becomes like this. Now we have to simplify this 1, 2, 1, and 5. So your answer is 10 for part B. Now it is given that 2 over 3, 8 over d, and n over 39 are equivalent fractions. It means that they are equal to each other. Find the value of d and find the value of n. So let's do one by one. So for d, we know 8 over d is equal to 2 over 3. So let's find the value of d. You can cross multiply. We will have 2d equal to 24. So d equal to 12. That's the first one. And then moving on to this one, same thing again, n over 39 equal to 2 over 3. So again, cross multiply, you will have 3n equal to 2 times 39. N will be 2 times 39 divided by 3. So this one goes away, so 1, 3. So 2 times 13 will be 26. That will be your answer for part this one. Now question number 4, we have part 1. A car decelerates uniformly from this to 5 in 25 seconds. Find the retardation. So pretty easy. So for part A, you will always do, because it says retardation, you will just take this one, 20 minus 5. That's the change in speed. Divide the time taken. That will be 15 divided by 25. Let's divide by 5. You will have 3 over 5. You can write that, or if you want to, you can always simplify. We can, let's times 2 here, times 2 here. That'll be 6 over 10, so it'll be 0.6. So beware, it's looking for the retardation, that's why it's 0.6. But if the question was asking you for acceleration, it will be minus 0.6. That's the only difference. But this one is retardation, it will be 0.6. Now for part B, express 20 meters per second in kilometers per hour. So usually you can use, there must be a formula you can use, but I like to remember this step by step. For example, now I know 1 second is 20 meters. That's the first information that we have. So now we have to look in terms of kilometers per hour. So let's find out. So in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. And 60 minutes is equal to 3600 seconds. So in 1 second it travels 20 meters. So in this much seconds, you will travel 20 times this meters. So now if you want to convert this to kilometers, so we have to divide by, so because we know that 1 kilometers is equal to 1000 meters, so if you want to change meters to kilometers, you have to divide by 1000. So this will be times this, divide by 1000 km. So let's do that. Goes away, this one goes away, so your answer will be 2 times 36, that will be 72. So 72 km per hour will be your speed. Now question number 5, write the following in order of size, starting with the smallest. So as you can see, we have fraction, decimal, decimal, fraction. So the first thing I can do is to convert everything into, let's do everything into a decimal. This will be 0.66, 0.6, 0.67, and 0.666. Now which one is the smallest? This one, so 0.6. Next one will be this one, 66 over 100, and then it will be this one, 666 over 1000, and then 0.67. Now for part B, the distance of Saturn from the Sun is this much, so 1507 million is 10 power 6 km. Express this in terms of standard form, so we have to move 1, 2, 3, so it becomes 1.507, so 10 power 3 times 10 power 6, that will be 10 power 9 km. Okay, that is your answer for part B. Now for part 6, express 154 as a product of its prime factors. So pretty easy. The first thing you need to do is you look at this, you say, okay, it is even, we can divide by 2. That will be 8, 1, 7. Now, oh sorry, that's 7 actually. So 7, not 7. That will be divided by 7, that will give you 11. So 154 is given to you by 2 times 7 times 11. So 2 times 7 times 11. Now for part B, find the LCM of this and this. So as you know, this is this, 49 is equal to what? 7 times 7. So the LCM will be 2 times 7 times 7 times 11. That will be 154 times 7, so let's do that. It's 28, 37, so 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2 is 37, and that will be 10. So the answer will be 1078. Okay, that is question number 6. Now question number 7, here we have, in a quadrilateral ABCD, we have angle A is this, B is this, C is this, and D is this. Find the value of x. As you know, this is a 4-side shape, and the sum of interior angles needs to be 360. So we have to use this to find x. So basically we have to add everything, x plus 2x, 3x, and 4x needs to give you 360. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10. 10x is 360, so x needs to give you 36. That's the value of x. Now for part B, explain why AB is parallel to DC. So let's draw the shape of this. This is A, B, C, and D. Explain why these two are in the same direction as each other. So the one thing we can do is that we should know that if we had a, it's called a parallelogram, so it would have a few properties. So one of them is this angle here is, let's call this angle A, and angle D. This one is B and C. So one of the properties you can prove is that A plus D is always equal to 180. Also, B plus C is equal to 180. That's one of the properties of parallelograms. If you can prove that, then you're good. So let's try. Angle A is what? Angle A is 36. So A is 36. Angle D is 4x. What is 4 times 36? Times 4, that will be, so 144. So for the first one, we have 36 plus 144 is equal to 180. So good. So we can write A plus D is equal to 180. That's the first one. And for this one, B is equal to 2x. So 2x is equal to 2 times this, 72. Plus C, 3x, is 36 times 3. That will be 18. That will be 10. So 108 is also equal to 180. So in that case, you have proven that A plus D, B plus C equal to 180. So this is one of the properties of a parallelogram. So it means that DACB is also in the same direction. So in this case, it shows that AB is parallel to DC. So X is 36. Okay, so now for part 8. On the grid in the answer space, we have OP equal to P. So OP is this distance equal to P. So let's write what does P equal to. So P equal to what? If you count is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's 4, 0. And what is Q equal to? It is 0 and then 1, 2 up. That's the value of P and value of Q from as seen in this diagram. Now part 1, given that OR is P minus Q, mark the point R clearly. So first one, OR is P minus Q before minus 2. So minus 2 is 1, 2 here. That will be the point R. That is part 1. Now part B, the point S is shown in the grid. This is the point S. So let's first find OS. What is OS? It is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So because it is in the left side, it will be minus 3 and then 2 is up. That's the value of OS. Is equal to, given that OS equal to this, find the value of H. This is equal to Q. Q is 0, 2 plus H. P is 4, 0. Find the value of H. So let's solve this. So we can first send this on this side. It will become H 4, 0 becomes minus 3, 2. So let's evaluate this. Will become, this one becomes what? So this one is becomes 0, because if we send this here, we have to minus, it becomes 0. So 0, 0, that's fine. We have to have 4H equal to minus 3. So H becomes minus 3 over 4. That is your answer for the value of H. Now question number 9, the sets A and B are shown in the Venn diagram in the answer space. Now part 1, the element of y is such that y is inside of A but not in B. So it can only be inside of only A. That is your answer. Now for this one, the universal set is an integer between this. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That is our universal set. Now for this one, it says x is, it should be an integer as well because it's inside of this set. It is more than 5, it can be 6, 7, 8. This one is less than equal to 3, so it will be 1, 2, and 3. That is P and Q. Part 1, find the value of number of P union Q. So let's first find P union Q. What is the set? That will be 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. That will be 6 numbers. And now for this one, what is P prime? That will be not inside of P. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, right? That is P prime. And what is Q prime, which is not inside of Q? Which is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So intersection, both in both, so we have 4 and 5. So your answer will be 4, 5 for the set. Now for question number 10, we have this diagram. And it says that point A is 6, 3. So this is the point, 6, 3. So this is 3 here. And this is 6 here. So this is the line. Oh, sorry, this is 6 and this is 3 here. This is the line y equal to 3. Right. Now the point C is the point minus 8, minus 4. So minus 8 is here. And this is minus 4 is here. Okay, that's good to know. The equation of AB is y equal to 3. Okay. The equation of CB is equal to this. So this is y equal to x plus 4. Now question part 1, find the coordinates of B. So where's B? B is here. B is in the intersection of this line and this line. So let's find this by solving the equation. So first equation is y equal to 3, and then we have y equal to x plus 4. Replace this, x plus 4, so x becomes minus 1. So your answer is minus 1, 3 for the coordinates of B. Sorry, this is 3. Now for part B, the unshaded region R, this is the region R here, inside a triangle ABC is defined by 3 inequalities. One of these is this one. This one is basically this line, less than this line. Now we also have this one, it needs to be less than this. So it will be y less than 3. And the last one, it needs to be more than this. So we have to find the equation of this line. So let's find the equation of line AC. So the point A is given to us as 6, 3. And the point C is given to us as minus 8 and minus 4. But we can also use something else. If you look, the line AC goes to point 0, 0. So we can just use 0, 0 as the other point and make it much easier. So let's use this and this. So the gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over this. That will be half. And then we can just use x and y coordinates. So x minus 0 over, y minus 0 over x minus 0 equal to 1 over 2. That becomes 2y is equal to x. So as you can see, it is above this line. So your equation here will be 2y more than x. That's the 2 inequalities that we need to define this region. Let's move on to question 11. On a certain stretch of road, the speed of some cars were recorded. The results are summarized in the table. Part of the corresponding histogram is shown alongside. So we have part of the histogram. So whenever you see histogram, we have frequency density. And we have to know the formula for that. So frequency density equal to frequency divided by class width. So here we have the groups. Let's find the class width. So class width is just this one minus this one. 45 minus 25, that is 20. 55 minus 45, that is 10, 10, and this one is 30. So we have frequency, this is F. We have to find FD. So let's find FD. FD is frequency divided by class width. So first one is Q divided by 20. This one is 30 divided by 10, that will be 3. This one is P divided by 10. And the last one is 12 divided by 30. Let's find out. So let's divide by 3. We have 4, we have 10, and then 0.4. Okay, so question number 1 is find the values of P and Q. As you can see, we have Q here and P here. So we have to use this diagram to find those two values. So as you can see, FD for the first group is equal to what? FD for the first group is 25 to 45 is equal to 0.9. So it means that FD, Q over 20. So it means that Q over 20 is equal to 0.9. So Q is equal to 18. That's the value of Q. And for the value of p, it will be our third group. It is this one. The ft is equal to 4. So it means that p over 10 is equal to 4. So p is equal to 40. So this is the answers for p and q, 40 and 18. Now for part B, complete the histogram. So as you can see, we only have one class remaining, which is a class of 65 to 95. 65 to 95 will be here, and FD is 0.4. It will be here until here. So we join those two lines. Okay, so here you go. That is the histogram for question number 11. Now let's move on to question number 12. Evaluate part A, 17 power 0. So you should know that any number power 0 is equal to 1. That is very easy. So for this one, you should know that 4 can also be written as 2 power 2. So replace, we have 2 power 2 power 5 over 2. This becomes 2 power 2 times 5 over 2. 2 cancel, you have 2 power 5, which is 32. Now for the last one, we have 0.2 power minus 2. So you always try to make this positive. So how can you do that? So 0.2 is also 0.2 divided by 1 power minus 2. Now if you reverse this inside, it will become power 2. And then you can of course bring this in. That will become 1 over 0.2 square. So that will become 1 divided by 0.04. And you can simplify. You can move to decimal place and you have to add 2 zeros. So 100 divided by 4 will be 25. This will be your answer for part C. Now question number 13. Given that 2y equal to 3x, find the value of x when y equal to this. So let's expand this. 40.5 is what? 40 times 2 is 80. 80 plus 1 is 81. So that is 81 over 2. So replace here. 2 times 81 over 2 is equal to 3x. So this this cancels out. We have 81, 3x. So you should know that 81 is equal to 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 3 power 4. So right here, 3 power 4 equal to 3x. The base are the same. Cancel, cancel. So we have 4 equal to x. That's the value of x. Now for part B, we have 2 points. Point A and point B is here. Lie on this on the curve as shown in this diagram. Now question is, calculate the gradient of the straight line AB. So pretty easy. As you know, we have a formula for that. Is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2 will be 4.5. So 4.5 minus 0.5 divided by 2 minus 0. That is 4 over 2. That should be 2. So your answer part 1 will be 2. Now using the diagram, estimate the value of x at which the gradient of the curve is equal to the gradient of the straight line AB. So what it means here is that we have to use this line to find the point of x where the tangent to the curve has the same gradient as this. So pretty easy. What you do is you go to this line AB. You just have to shift in the same direction to see where it cuts where it touches the curve. So for me, it will be about here. So in the same direction. So for me, it will be between any of those points. So I will choose this one, which makes in the same direction as this one. So this will be 1.2. So I will choose this value of x for which they have the same gradient as this line AB. So our value will be x will be 1.2. So your value may be 1.1, 1.3, and that is okay as well. As long as you show your drawing if it is in the same direction as your line AB. That is question 13. Now question 14, in the diagram we have ABCD is the diameter of this circle center P, the big one. So I think in the drawing we have, actually in the question, this is shaded. So let's make sure that we have the correct information first. Now we have AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to 2x. So AB, BC, and 2x. So 2x, 2x, 2x. That's for now. Now part 1, find an expression in terms of x and pi for the circumference of this circle. So for the whole circle here, so how do you find the circumference? You have to know part A. We know that circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So we have to find the radius. We know this is 2x, 2x, and 2x. So what is the radius to here? This is 2. If this is 2, half of this will be x. So this will be p to d will be 3x. So that will be 2 pi 3x. So your answer will be 6x pi. Or 6 pi x, same thing. So let's write this down as part 1. Now for part B, it says the perimeter of the shaded region consists of 2 semicircles whose diameter are AB and CD. AB and CD. Okay, those are semicircles, as you can see, semicircles and semicircles. And 2 semicircles whose diameters are AC and BD. So AC and BD, semicircles and semicircles as well. Now question is, find an expression in terms of x and pi for the area of the region. So we have to find the area of that region. So what can we do is, we can first, because as you can see, this the top part of the area is equal to the bottom part of the area. So let's first look at one part. Let's first just ignore the bottom one. Look at this top part. How would you find the area of this top part, right? Only this part. How would you find the area of that top part? So you can see that will be area of the big semicircle minus the area of the small semicircle. So we'll have this remaining. So let's do that. So let's call the big semicircle BS. Let's find the area of the big one. So that will be radius of, if this is 2x, the radius will be 2x. That's correct. So area is pi r square for a circle. Semicircle will be divided by 2. So pi over 2 times r square, which is 2x square. That will be 4x square pi divided by 2. That will be 2x square pi. That's the area of the big semicircle. Now what is the area of the small one? So small semicircle, that will be same formula, pi 2 over r square, that will be pi by 2. Radius of the small one will be only x, be x square. That will be x square pi over 2. That will be area of the small one. So now it's not over yet. We have to find area of this region, of only this top region. That will be this minus this. So BS minus SS, that should give you 2 minus half, that should be 3 over 2 x square this. So this is only for the top part, but you also need to find the bottom one. Because they are the same, we can just multiply by 2. So your answer will be 3x square pi. So that will be the area of the shaded region. That will be question 14. Now question 15, here we have, in the diagram, we have BCDE is a trapezium. So this is the trapezium here. And the sides CD and BE are produced to meet at A. Great. Now we have CB is equal to 12, DE equal to 9, and this height is 4. So part 1, find the area of BC. So find the area of this trapezium. So pretty easy, as you know. It's always half times sum of the parallel sides, which is 9 plus 12, and times the perpendicular length. That will be this. So simplify. 2. So 9 plus 12 is 21 times 2. That will be 42. So now part B, the perpendicular distance from A to CB. So what are we looking for? Let's draw the line from A to... So we're looking for this height. This is also a right angle here. So in this case, let me see what can we do for this one. What can we use to find the height, right? So really interesting one. So in this case, we have two methods of doing that. We can either use our answer in part A, or we can use similar triangles to find the length, this height. So let's just use our answer in part A because it's much easier to understand. So usually, how would you find the area of BCDE? So BCDE is this area. So one way of finding this will be by using the formula of trapezium, right? Now for the other way, if you look at this, it has two shapes into this big shape. As you can see, we have a big triangle and also a small triangle. So to find the area of 42, you will take the big one minus this one to find 42. So let's do that. We'll say 42 equal to area of big one is this. So let's call this this point, let's call this M. This will be H. So A, let's call this N. This will be H. So this big one will be H plus 4. I hope that makes sense. Let's call this one H, and this one will be H plus 4 for this 4. Okay, good. Now let's do the big area, which will be half times base of 12 times the height of H plus 4 for the triangle, and then for the big one minus the small one, minus half base of 9 times height of H. So if you simplify, let's find the value of H plus 4 because that's what we want to find. So let's do that. We can first find H and then do H plus 4. That's not a big deal. So let's times 2 everywhere to get rid of that, or we can, yeah, let's do that. So that will be 84 equal to 12 H plus 4 minus 9H. So expand the brackets, you have 12H plus 48 minus 9H. So 12 minus 9, that will be 3H equal to 84 minus 48. So 3H will be, so what is 84 minus 48? That should give me, so 2, 6, 3, 36. So H will be 36 divided by 3, that will be 12. So this is 12, but we're looking for this one, which is H plus 4, that will be 16. So the height will be 16 centimeters for this shape. This is one method. You can always use similarities to find the height as well. That is question 15. Now question number 16, we have f of x equal to 5x minus 4 over 3. Part 1, find this one. So this means we just have to replace the value of x by this. So let's expand this. 1 times 5 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So f 6 over 5. That become 5, 6 over 5 minus 4 divided by 3. 6 minus 4 is 2, 2 over 3. So your answer will be 2 over 3. So now part B, find the inverse matrix. So pretty easy. We always do let y equal to f of x, which is 5x minus 4 over 3. Then we have to make x the subject of formula. So we cross multiply. You have y 5x minus 4, so 5x equal to 3y plus 4. X becomes 3y plus 4 divided by 5. So f of x is in terms of x, so we convert y to x, so it will become 3x plus 4 over 5. That will be your answer for part B. Now for question number 17, in the diagram the lines BA, DC and this one are in the same direction. So what I like to do is, I always like to extend them just a little bit to have a bit to understand the question better. That's what I like to do in the first place. Okay, so first we do that. Now it says the angle ABC is 140 and BCF is 115. Part 1, find DCB. So this angle is pretty obvious. So since these two lines are in the same direction, this angle is equal to this angle. So this will be 140. Now DCF, so this angle is equal to what angle? So we have to observe how can we find this angle here. So this angle equals to this angle. But let's see if we can find something else. So this is 115 and this is 140 and this is what? Because this is a full circle, that will be 360 minus 140, that will be 220 minus 115, that will be 105. So this angle is 105. And the last one, EFC. So EFC, you have to find this angle. So this angle is equal to this angle, or as you can see, this one is this, so 105. So this one is a straight line, so this will be 180 minus 105, that will be 75. That will be question 17. So question number 18, calculate 5% of this. So 5% is 5 over 100 times this. So 0 cancels out. So we have 2 zeros remaining, and then 5 times 8 is 40. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 4, 14. So that will be 14,000. That is part A. Now part B. A single carton of juice costs $4.20. That's the juice. Now a special offer, pack 3 cartons, costs $9.45. Ali bought a special pack instead of 3. Find his percentage saving. So we first have to find the saving. So what is the cost of juice if he would have bought 3 of those? So 3 times 420. So he would have paid $12.60 for 3 pack, but he paid $9.45. The saving will be this minus $9.45. That will be 15 and 3. That is the saving. Now for percentage saving, you have to take saving, divide by initial cost, this, times 100. So what can we do here? Let's first find out this. So we can divide by 3. Let's do that. That becomes 4.2. That'll be 1.05. So let's put this one aside for now. And let's focus on these two numbers. So 1.05 divided by 4.2. We can still divide by 3. That will be 1.4, and this will become 0.35. Now if you move 1 0, we have to move 1 here as well. If you move another 1, we have to move another 1. So 35 over 140. Divide by 5. Let's do divide by 7. We'll have 5. That will be 2 0. So 5 over 20. Now bring this back times 100. This 1, 5 becomes 5 times 5 will be 25. So your answer is 25% for the percentage saving. Now question number 19, here we have 2 circles, this big one and this small one, and it says they intersect at point X and Y. So the point X and Y is where they touch. Now the point B is such that AB is 5, so AB is 5, okay? And we have BC equal to 3. That's good to know. Now question part 1, show that triangle ABC and CYA are congruent. So ABC and CYA are congruent. Congruence means the same. So one way to show this is to prove that all the corresponding sides are equal. So let's see this first side. AC is in both triangles. So you would say first one is AC is common. That's the first point, because as you can see, AC is present in both triangles. That's good to know. Now AB equal to 5. So now we have to prove CY equal to 5 as well. So as you can observe, CY, what is CY? CY is the radius of this big circle. So the radius is CY, which is also equal to CX is 5. So now we have CY equal to 5. So let's write this down. We have AB equal to CY equal to 5, because CY is radius of bigger circle. Now for part 3, we have to prove that this one is equal to this one. So again, we observe what is AY. AY is the radius of this circle, and the radius is 3. This also will be 3. So in this case, we can just write the same thing, which is BC is equal to AY equal to 3, because AY is radius of circle center A. You can write that if you want to, but that's okay. So once you prove the 3 sides are the same, the 3 corresponding sides are the same, you can write that these 2 triangles ABY and CYA are congruent. Okay, that is part 1. Now moving on to part B, show that the areas of triangles of the quadrilaterals ABCX and AYCX are equal. So ABCX, AYCX are equal. So as you can observe, first point is ABCA is a triangle, and AYCA is also a triangle. So these 2 are the same, right? So let's first write this down. So first point is area of triangle ABC and CYA are equal, because they are congruent, as you have known before. Now for this shape, as you can see, this is extra. So to obtain the shape BCA, we just have to, BCXA, we have to add this, and to obtain the shape AYCX, we have to add the same shape. So you will write, from this we conclude that the ABCX, the area, and AYCX are equal, because it is just because to obtain this area, we just have to add ABC plus the same, which is AXC plus AXC, and to obtain this area AYCX, it is equal to CYA plus AXC. So we are adding the same area to both equal. These 2 are already equal, as you can see here, and to obtain this shape we're adding equal areas. This is why we have this are equal. That is for 1 mark, but that is good enough for the explanation. Now for part C, state the name of the special quadrilateral AYCX. So let's have a look. Where is AYCX? So AYCX, as you can see, it is these two sides are the same and these two sides are the same. It is a kite. So this one will be a kite. That is part C. Okay, so let's move on to question number 20. It says the plan of a field has a scale of 1 to 5 meters. So 1 to 5 meters. So 1 centimeter to 5. So express the scale in form of 1 to n. So first we have to change this to centimeters. So it'll be 1 to 5,000 centimeters. So n will be 5,000. Now for part B, the plan was made by measuring angles of 2 points, A and B, 50 meters apart. As you can see, this is given to us, 50 meters apart, A and B. And part 1 is a tree is at the point T in the field, and we have BAT equal to 35. So that's the first point. And ABT equal to 70. So we have to draw those angles on this one. So we have to use our instrument to measure BAT. So BAT is equal to 35. 35 will be 1. This is 30. 35 will be right here in this direction. Let's draw a line. It will be on this line. Now this is 35 and we have ABT is 70. So ABT is 70. So the interior angle will be 70. So this is 10, 70 will be on this. So on this point, so we have to join the 2 points and see where they intersect. That will be your point C. So as you can see, this is the point of intersection of these 2 lines. So that will be your point C. So let's join these 2. That is your point C. First one. Okay, so that is done. Now part 2, given that A is due west of B, okay, state the bearing of T from B. So T from B, so basically we have to, so this is the north line. So how do you find the bearing of T from B? So you have to find this angle. So this is what? This is 180. This is 90. So this one is 270. This big one is 270. As we know, this angle here is 70. So this big angle here will be 70 plus 270. That will be 340. Okay, that is part 1. Now part 3. By making an appropriate measurement, find the actual distance in meters of the tree from B. So tree from B, you have to measure the distance. So pretty easy. Let's first find the distance in centimeters using your ruler. For me, I have 6. So my answer is 6. So for me, the distance on my graph is PT equal to 6 centimeters. So now I have to use the scale, which is 1 to n, which is 1 to 5 meters. So know that 1 centimeter is 5 meters. So 6 will be 30 meters. So this one will be 30 meters for the distance. So your answer may be slightly different as well, and that is okay, as long as you show you're working on how you get your answer. That will be question 20. Let's move on to the next one. So question number 21, we have part 1. 2x squared minus 7x minus 15. We have to factorize this one. So since this one is a quadratic, we have to open 2 brackets, and we have 2x and x here. Now we have to choose. We know 15 is 1 times 15, 3 times 5. We have to get minus 7. So the only way we can do that is put 5 and 3 here. So 2x times 5 will be 10. So it needs to be minus 10 plus 3 to get minus 7. So that is your first answer. 2x plus 3 and x minus 5. Now for this one, let's observe. We have x here. So yeah, we have s here and s here. We have t here and t here. So let's bring these two on one side. We have 2yt minus zt plus 4zs minus 8ys. So now let's factorize one by one. So for this two, you see t is common. We'll take out t. We have 2y minus z. And let's take out minus sign. So minus 4 is common and s is common. You will have minus z plus 2y. So let's rearrange this one. You will have 2y minus z minus 4s, 2y minus z. So these two are the same. So we take it out, 2y minus z. That will be t minus 4s. And this will be your answer for part B. Now for question number 22, we have to solve this. When you see solve, it means to find the value of k. So 9 minus k is less than 7. So minus k is less than 7 minus 9. So we bring 9 here. It will be minus 2. So k will be more than 2. That's the first one. And part B, whenever you see this, you have to cross multiply. So 60 equal to 2t. So t will be 30. That's the first two answers. K is more than 2 and t is 30. Now we have to solve this simultaneous equation. For the first one, we can just make x the subject of formula. That will be 29 minus 1. And it will be number 1. Then we place x in this one. You will have 4 times x equal to 95 minus 2y. So what is 4 times 29? So 4 times 9 will be 36. 11. So 116 minus 4y equal to 95 minus 2y. So bring this one over here. We will have 116 minus 95 equal to 2y. So 2y will be what? So 116 minus 95, that will be 121. So value of y will be 21 over 2. Now we have to find the value of x. X will be 29 minus 21 over 2. LCM will be 2 on the base, and then that will be 58 minus 21. So 58, 21, that will be 7 and 37. 37 over 2. So we have found the value of x and y. So x will be 37 over 2, and y will be 21 over 2. You can always simplify those if you want to. You can write this down as this will be 1, 10.5. This one could be 18.5 if you want to. If you want to write this down decimal, that could be the answer as well. That will be 22. Question number 23, part A. So we're given this table here. So part 1, using as much information as possible, evaluate this one. So 2 sine 150. So as you know, we have the quadrant. Sine is positive here and here. So 150 will be here. And this will be, if this is 150, that will be 30. Right. So we can use the value here. So sine of 150 is just like 2 sine of 30. That will be 2 times 0.5. That will be 1. So the answer is 1. Okay. So basically, the whole point I'm trying to make is that sine of 150 is equal to sine of 180 minus 30, which is also equal to sine of 30. That's the whole point I'm trying to make from the sine of 150. So in the end, this equals to this, and you replace back, you get 1 as your answer. Now for part B, we have this triangle, ABC as a triangle, right angle triangle. Part 1, form an equation in terms of x to show that it becomes this. So whenever you have a right angle triangle, if you know all the three sides, you can use the Pythagoras theorem. So it says that this square plus this square equal to this square. So let's write this down. So x plus 1 square plus 3x square equal to 3x plus 1 square. Let's expand. We have x square plus 2x plus 1 plus 9x square equal to 9x square plus 6x plus 1. So as you can see, these two will be cancelled out, and then we have x square plus 2x. This one also goes away, plus 1 here, plus 1 here, and will be equal to 6x. So x squared. So you bring this one over here, we got minus 4x equal to 0. So now we can factorize by x. We have x squared minus 4, x minus 4 equal to 0. So first answer is x equal to 0 or x equal to 4. So here you will not take 0 because the length here cannot be 0. So your answer will be x equal to 4. That will be your answer for part B1. No, actually no, B1 will be here. This is B1, your answer, and this is your answer for part 2. Find the value of x. So sorry for this confusion, but you can stop here for B1, and 2 will be find the value of x, which is 4. Now part 3, given that BCD is a straight line, state the numerical value of cos DAC. So this is a straight line, cos DAC, so of this angle. So first we can find cos of this angle. Let's call this angle theta. So what is cos of theta? It will be your adjacent side, so 4 plus 1 is 5, divided by, that will be 3 times 4 is 13. So now this will be the cos of this angle. So now the outside is what? It's just cos of 180 minus this, which is equal to minus 5 130. If you look at the quadrant, if the angle is in this quadrant, the value of cos is negative. Here it is positive, but here it's negative, so that's why you get this one. So state that will be minus 5 over 13. That will be part 3. Question number 23. Now let's go on to question number 24. Evaluate this. So one by one, let's first bring this 3 inside. You will have 12, 4, 6. 3 inside, you will have 9, minus 3, and 6. That will give you 12 minus 9 will be what? 3. 4 minus 3 is 7. And 6 minus 6 is 0. So 3, 7, 0. Now for part B, a business makes toy buses and toy lorries. The following table used in calculating the cost of making each toy. Okay, that's the cost of making each toy, bus and lorry. Now the labor costs $10 per hour. The wood costs $1 per block, and this 1p. So given that a times b equal to this, find the value of p and y. So pretty easy, we have to just solve ab. So how do you find ab? A is 2, 1, 3, 1, 2 times 10, 1p. It's always rows by columns, so rows, 2 times 10 is 20, plus 3 plus p. So 23 plus p. And this one again, rows by column, so 1 times 10 is 10, plus w, and plus this one, so 10 plus w plus 2p should give you 28, 4. So now we have to find the value of p, and and W. So one by one. So here you can see 23 plus P equals 28. So let's write this down here. P equal to 5. That's the first value. Now for this one, 10 plus W plus 2P. So that will be 10 equal to 4. So sorry, 24 actually. 24 here. So W equal to 4. So value of P is 5. W is 4. Now part 2, evaluate this one rows by column. It will be 100 times 28 plus 200 times 24. That should give you 2800 plus 4800. That should be 0067. That should be your answer for part 2. Now explain the answer in part 2. So what is this first? So basically this means the cost of making each toy. This is cost of making the bus, cost of making the lorry. So when you do this times this, it means the cost of making 100 bus and the cost of making 200 lorries. So it will be the total cost of making 100 bus and 200 lorries. That will be the answer for part 3. Let's move on to question 25. It says the height of 40 children were measured. The results are summarized in the table below. So part 1, find the model class. So as you know, for the model class, we have to find the one with the most frequency. It will be this one. This is your model class. So 125, that's your model class. Now for part 2, find the estimate for the mean height. So when you have groups, to find the mean, you first have to find the midpoints. So what is the midpoints of each group? Let's find out. Let's call them X. This is F for frequency. So midpoint here will be 110. Here will be 120. Here will be 130. And last one will be 140. So now we have to find the values of Fx. So we know X, we know F, we have to find Fx by multiplying them with each other. This will become 550, that becomes 1200, this becomes 2600, and this becomes 700. So now to find the mean, you have to find the sum of Fx divided by the number of people, which is 40. So sum of all the Fx, how much will that be? So one by one, this plus this is what? So 0, 0, that will be 3 and 3. Now we can do this one plus this one will be 0, 0, 5 and 4. And then plus this one, that will be, so we have last one remaining will be 45 plus 5, 5, 0, that will be 0, 5, 0, 5. So basically we have 5, 0 divided by 40. So it goes away, divided by 4. We have 1. And 1 remains, we have 2. 2 remains, we have 6. And then 6 will be 1 remains. So 0 here, that comes over here, 1. That should be 2. And then 2 remains. We will have 5. So the answer will be 126.25. Okay, that will be part 2 for the median. So you have to show your steps. First, find the midpoints of each groups and find Fx, and then find the mean, dividing by number of children. Now for part B, the cumulative frequency curve representing the information is shown below. Okay. Now this is the curve given to us. First one, find the range. To find the orthogonal range, we have to find the Q3 minus Q1. So Q3, let's find Q3 first. So we know that Q3 is what? Q3 is 3/4 times number of people. That will be 30th element. And Q1 is 1/4 times number of people. That will be the 10th element. So let's do those one by one. So find the 30th element will be here. Should give you the value of here. So of course you have to show your drawing, you have to show the line to get your mark, so that is very important. That's the first line. Okay, that's the other line. So the value here is what? So 126, 27, 28, 28.5. So 128.5 for Q3. And what is Q1, which is 10? 10 will be right here. This is 116, 117, and 118. So the range will be 128 minus 118, that will be 5. So 0.0 and 1. Answer is 10.5. Now for part 2, find the number of children whose heights are in the range of 120 to 130. So pretty easy, 120 is well. Height is here, 120 will be, so this is 125, so 16, 17, 18, I think I made a mistake here. Wow. Because the graph is actually not the way I thought it would be. It's pretty simple. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's everything is single. I made a mistake here. So for my reading here, this one will be what? This one will be 120, 25, 26, 27. So 127, and this one here will be 1, so 20, 26. No, it's not. So wait. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So 32. And this is, so 5, 1, 21. So my range is not good here. Let me write this down again. It should be 132 minus 121. Okay. That will give me 11. So my range should be 11 centimeters. It's just my mistake, I did not read this properly, so let's do that again. So now for part B, for 120 it should be, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 will be on this line. So you will cut the curve on this point, and then the number of people here is 9. Now for the 130, it will be 130 will be here. And this is the value here. So this is 25. So the number of people in between will be this height, which is 25 minus 29. So in the range of this will be 25 minus 9, that will be 16. Minus 16 people will be between those ranges. So that is the last question of this paper. I hope that was somewhat helpful. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And of course, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.